Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm doing a topic video on top 3 superhero resurrections, and the person who recommended this was Kaf1 Sorrow. So if you want to go check out their channel, you go in the description below and check out their channel. But yeah, so Comic Frontline has topic videos now. It's not DarkAvengerINC, we're Comic Frontline. So if you want to recommend any topic videos will be on this channel now. But yeah, going back to, if you want to recommend any topic videos, you definitely can. In a couple of weeks, if I answer them, that means in a couple of weeks it'll either be on Comic Uno or Comic Frontline, because I double dose my topic videos. Usually for Comic Uno, I have them every Thursday with my comic book reviews, and for Comic Frontline, I have them every Sunday. So definitely recommend away in the comments below. Let's talk about top 3 superhero resurrections. Now, I kinda came up with this also, because I did suggest the resurrection thing with my top 10 comic book death video like 2 weeks ago. This week it was what makes a strong female character, and then the week before that, if you want to check it out, it's top 10 comic book deaths. So if you want to go check that out, you can. And that was so much easier to come up with, because there's been some really cool deaths, but then some resurrections are really cheesy, or it's just like, you really just brought that character back a year from now. So it was actually a lot harder to find out my favorite resurrections. So at first I'm like, alright, let's do a top 10 video. I was like, no, that's not happening. I was like, alright, top 5, that'll be easier. And I'm like, these two I don't really like that much. So I went to top 3, and I feel like these are definitely my favorite resurrections. So let's start with number 3, which is Supergirl. Yeah, she died in Crisis of Infinite Earths, and they came back like 20 years later, which I thought that was actually a really good time to let that character retire. And I'm a big Supergirl fan. I started more with the Supergirl after Infinite Earths and with her rebirth. Especially, I talked about this in my top 10 deaths, and I've talked about this character before, but especially with Linda Danvers. She's kind of the start of the rebirth, and at the end of that series, you get the real Kara Kent. And then go into the series you might know before New 52 launched. It was like 70 issues, so you probably do know it. It's like started in 2005. That's really the rebirth of Supergirl, and I thought it was a rebirth. It was something different. It was really different from her pre-Infinite Crisis characters. So I thought that resurrection was needed. It was a long time of retirement, and I think it improved the character. So that's why it's on my top 3, and really these characters I felt improved because of their death. And I think that's important with resurrections. I don't think it should be a cop-out, and that's why it was very hard to do this list. Number 2 is actually Jean Grey, and I know she died twice, but I'm actually talking about the Jean Grey of the Marvel Now universe, which is the regular universe, but Marvel Now, so the Jean Grey that came back now. Yes, Jean Grey is still dead, and this is technically not a resurrection, but Beast goes back in the past to get the First Class Jean Grey, and I think that is very original, and what they've done with the character has been pretty good, and I really like All New X-Men, and it's something different with the character. She's a younger version. She's still Jean Grey, but she's a little bit innocent. She hasn't done the Phoenix thing. She hasn't done the things that really changed Jean Grey, so even though she is still dead, and of course she's been dead for a while too, which is added plus. I think the longer the character is dead, I applaud for their resurrection. So yeah, Jean Grey, I really like what they did with the Marvel Now resurrection, so even though it's not really a resurrection, I do like her return. Alright, so number 1 is Jason Todd. I think this is a character that totally changed with his resurrection in the Lazarus Pit, if you guys remember. And also a great movie, anime movie, is Under the Red Hood that describes his whole resurrection. But yeah, this is a character that became darker. You know, a lot of people, Jason Todd fans, like big Jason Todd fans, might disagree with me on this, but as someone not a humongous Jason Todd fan, I would say Jason Todd was very similar to Dick before he died. He was just really a second-rate Robin. He wasn't as good as Dick, but he didn't really have a personality either. But after he resurrected, he became something different. He became a darker character. And I did like that. I liked his journey from that, and then again the Lazarus Pit making him go a little crazy, and him becoming Red Hood. And again, if you want to watch or read Under the Red Hood, it's a very good resurrection story for him. So yeah, Jason Todd definitely, because it changed his character so much that he resurrected, and it was a big gap when he resurrected. So these are my top 3 resurrections. You might be saying, Kat, you're missing some, like Kitty Pryde or Superman. The Superman resurrection, you know, is a big one, just it didn't impact me so much. And the Kitty Pryde resurrection, honestly, I didn't like that much, so even though I loved seeing Kitty Pryde back, I didn't really love her resurrection being a ghost for all these months. I didn't really love that story. So these are the 3 stories I felt the characters were better because of it. I think it was a long enough gap, and again, this was a very hard video because there wasn't that many great resurrections. But please tell me in the comments below what you think. What are some of the resurrections you feel don't belong on the list, and some do belong on the list, and kind of the differences of a good resurrection and a bad resurrection. But hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, there'll be another topic video next Sunday, and of course Thursday on my channel. So, and again, if you have any recommendations, please tell me in the comments below. And this is Comic Uno, Comic Frontline. If you're not subscribed to Comic Frontline, subscribe away, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Random Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.